Well, this Woodland Park grandmother has not one, not two, but three first responder agencies fighting over her money after she passed away.
And caught in the middle is her family, who wants the cash to save her home, pay off her debt, and cover funeral expenses. As Chief Investigative Reporter Eric Ross discovered, the fight for money has led all three agencies to lawyer up.
Carol Colby wanted two things: give donations to multiple first responder agencies and have all of her debts paid off. But as we discovered, when the names listed in your will differ from names listed on life insurance annuities, you could find yourself in a legal mess.
This is where we spend every holiday, every birthday, everything.
Kelly Johnson's family has a lot of memories inside their grandmother's Woodland Park home.
This is where we have always come. This has been home to my entire family.
According to Kelly, her grandmother left the family with about $30,000 in unpaid bills. And as executor of her last will and testament, Kelly is responsible for paying off the debt.
A creditor can put a claim against an estate. That executor will be ordered by a court to liquidate their assets to satisfy that debt.
But Kelly discovered there was a way to pay off the debt without having to sell any property. Colby had taken out two life insurance policies with approximately $60,000 that would be divided evenly among the Northeast Teller County Fire Department, Woodland Park Police, Teller County Search and Rescue, and Woodland Park Ambulance Service, which now operates as the Ute Pass Regional Ambulance District.
I told him, first off, I know legally you don't have to do it. I'm just asking, as her granddaughter, as her family, would you please respectfully decline the money so that we can pay her debts, pay her bills, and save her house so it's not having to be sold to pay the bills.
Kelly says she told all four agencies she'd be willing to donate the rest of the money once the outstanding debts are paid. The Northeast Teller County Fire Department was the only agency to reject the money. Woodland Park Police said the issue would have to go to City Council for vote, and that hasn't happened yet. The Ute Pass Regional Ambulance District consulted with an attorney who advised them they are legally entitled to the money, but no official decision has been made. And then there's Teller County Search and Rescue, who Kelly is most upset with after the organization's president sent an email saying his agency was accepting the money.
He proceeded to tell me that he felt, that the board felt that this was her way of saying thank you for all that you did, thank you for saving me, this is her appreciation. And I continued to ask him, what are you talking about?
Search and Rescue claims they actually saved Kelly's grandmother, who was lost in the woods nearly 20 years ago. In this email obtained by News 5 Investigates, Search and Rescue said they found Carol Colby in a valley and even sent Kelly pictures of her grandmother, grandfather, and brother.
This is not them. They're not of my grandma or my grandpa or any of my brothers.
Wait a minute. What did she just say?
I sent them pictures showing this is not her. This is not my grandpa. I have four brothers, and that's none of them either.
Colby was born in 1931. So if Search and Rescue's account of saving her in the late 90s was true, this means Colby would have been nearly 70 years old at the time the photos on the right were taken. But these are the actual pictures Kelly gave us of her grandmother and grandfather. Yet in another shocking move, the attorney retained by Teller County Search and Rescue responded to Kelly by saying, "It must be remembered that your mother's life was saved by Search and Rescue when she was lost years ago in the woods."
She's never gone missing.
After pressing Search and Rescue for answers about the credibility of the photos they sent Kelly, the organization's president backtracked.
Whether or not she was ever saved by Search and Rescue, again, completely irrelevant. And I'm sorry I ever sent those pictures. I thought I was doing a nice thing. Hey, I think I found a picture of your grandma, and our team seems to remember it. Are those pictures of Miss Colby? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. And how could I possibly contest that they were?
But Search and Rescue says it does not change the fact that their organization is listed as a beneficiary, and legally, they're entitled to use the money however they want.
This money will greatly benefit the organization, and it was specifically set aside for us to use. Yes, she doesn't want to sell the house, and you know what? She doesn't have to sell the house. She could take out a mortgage. She could take out a mortgage for $20,000. What would the payment on that be? Practically pennies.
However, Kelly does not want to go into debt to pay off debt.
You're more worried about how much money you're going to get than helping this family who may potentially have to give up everything that their loved one had to pay these debts. I mean, everything in this house will have to be sold piece by piece by piece until the debts can be satisfied.
The Woodland Park Police Chief says the issue is on the City Council agenda for April 19th. The Ambulance District says they're still consulting with their attorneys on the matter, while Teller County Search and Rescue Board members ultimately voted to receive the money. Always watching out for you, Teller County. Eric Ross, News 5 Investigates.